My name is Jeremy Boring, and I'm the director and star of Lady Ballers. Ben had begun to have this kind of idea that if the Daily Wire is going to make movies, it should make movies only the Daily Wire can make. He had also come up with this idea that maybe the Crane & Co. boys should actually go try to compete in women's sports, should actually go register and sign up and dominate some women's sports just to prove the absurdity. Maybe we'd make a documentary, some social content around it. The guys would have to take testosterone blockers and all this kind of stuff. The joke didn't seem worth the squeeze. But I thought that the idea of putting Jake, Blaine, and David in a position to compete against women was so funny that it just sort of percolated in the back of my mind. We have a major production underway right now called the Pendragon Cycle. We had to push our start date for production because of some logistics of moving out of the country, and it opened up this window. And something about having this open window of time, creating a real time pressure, Lady Ballers is the thing that emerged. Well, my favorite comedy is Ghostbusters. What I wanted to preserve from movies like Ghostbusters was the sort of whimsical score element, that we just sort of follow this man through his life in moments that aren't hilarious, but where you just get to experience him as a person. Some of the best stuff in Ghostbusters is that aesthetic, just following Bill Murray as he goes through his life. I wanted this to be actually a movie with heart. I mean, it really is about the relationship between a father and his daughter, between a husband and his estranged wife, between a coach and his players. So while it's sort of mired in all this slapstick comedy, I wanted to really focus in on those elements, and I think we were successful at doing that. The only stunt that was difficult for me was the one that I had to do, which is when I fall and hit my face on the registration table at the track meet. It turns out that a human being has all kinds of defense mechanisms against slamming their face into a table, and many of them are unconscious responses. And so it took 30 takes, I think, to actually get the one that's in the movie. And the 29 before it hurt just as bad. They just didn't look good on camera. Well, I think that the thing that I would most like for audiences to take away from the film is that Daily Wire's actually doing the thing that we said we were going to do. That we're taking it seriously, that we're doing the work, that we're getting better. I spent 20 years in LA, and I saw a lot of people never do anything because they knew that the first thing they would do wouldn't be great. But one thing you learn in business is you take the step in front of you, you make some mistakes, you learn from them, you grow, you evolve. So we know what we are and what we're not. Now, I would just like to thank Forbes personally for bringing Dylan Mulvaney back into the spotlight just in time for the release of my movie, Lady Ballers.
Lady Ballers, streaming exclusively on Daily Wire Plus.